But something of a few thoughts, since I've been using this phone for a few days already, I can give you some initial feedback, and initial thoughts on the device, since I've only been using it for 3 or 4 days now. Volume is not very loud on this thing. I can tell you that straight away. You only have one speaker right down here, and it's not very loud. Sorry to say, but it is not. So you will probably, if you do a lot of speakerphone, one tip is to put it flat against the table, like so, and it'll actually enunciate a little better, but not by much. I think the iPhone is louder. Hi, I figured I'd show you me rather than nothing. Initial thoughts on the phone. Battery life, I can't give you an opinion about it yet. I think it's on par with most cell phones nowadays, though. Even though it has a 2600 milliamp phone, it has a 2600 milliamp battery. Given that this has a much bigger screen, much brighter screen, much more resolution, it drains the battery more. So I think, I tested it today, but you really have to exercise the battery for like a week or two and then give kind of an opinion as to how good it is. I think overall it is a little better than the iPhone battery. I don't think it's the greatest battery, but you have the option of either carrying an extra battery, or you can use one of those charging kits that you can buy that you can plug into the micro USB, and you're good to go. But I haven't had the battery run out on me yet, so that's actually pretty good. I went to the gym today and I did my normal routine. When I left the gym, I was at like about 65-70% of battery, and I was streaming a Netflix video the whole time. So that's actually not so bad. But again, it depends on what you're doing, what kind of internet you're using. If you're using more LTE than Wi-Fi, then you're going to drain the battery more, just because that's the nature of the beast. A lot of quirky little things. Given that I come from iCloud and iPhone and everything, my biggest concern was being able to carry over the contacts and calendar entries and all that. And I did find a iCloud syncing application. One for the contacts and one for the calendar. It works seamlessly. It only costs a couple dollars, and you can actually filter out all of the extra contacts in your phone to just display those from the iCloud. And it does a two-way synchronization. So if you add an entry to your phone, it will get added to iCloud, or vice versa. If you add it to iCloud, it'll get added to the phone. Music, I couldn't tell you about. I use Spotify. I'm using it for a few weeks now, and once I put it onto the Samsung Galaxy S4, it just brought everything over, so I didn't really have to do anything, which was great. And I don't have issues with the headset like I was on the iPhone. Although, something to keep note of is that the 3-button headset devices will not work on this phone. You will only be able to use the middle button. So keep that in mind if you have a favorite pair of headphones that you like and you want to use that you use currently on iPhone and you're going to Android. It won't work. You can obviously hear everything through the headphone, but when you need to control volume and skip songs and stuff like that, it's going to be very quirky depending on what kind of headphone it is. But they have apps that'll help you at least program the one button to do everything you need to do. So I think that works pretty fine for what I need. Overall, my first impressions of the phone are great. I like it so far. I do miss some of the things on iPhone that are not available here, but I don't think I'll miss them terribly too long. But I think as I use the phone more, I'll begin to realize what I'm missing from iPhone. But then I'll also be able to say, oh, well, I could do so much more on this one that I couldn't do on the iPhone. A lot of the apps that I used on iPhone are actually much better on the Android. They're more enhanced, so I like that already. But then some of the other apps are a little buggy. So it goes hand in hand between which app store you're using and how the programmers are programming. Notifications were interesting. Certain things I don't want to get beeped, when I get a text message, and they don't have a way to disable it. So what you have to do is you have to make a MP3 file with no sound, very short, and then just add it to it. It's very easy to do, but somebody that's a novice may not be able to figure that out. But I remembered from the last time I had to do that, so I was able to pretty much do that. So yeah, I mean it's a good experience so far. If you guys want to see an updated review, you know, maybe a couple months down the road or a month down the road or whatever, please leave it in the comments down below and I'll be sure to add it to my list of to-dos. Feel free to like and share and comment on this video, and I will see you guys next time.